Hello, my dear students. Today you have to learn about irrigation. Before starting our topic, let's learn basic concept regarding irrigation. That is, all living beings need water to live. Water is important for proper growth and development of flowers, fruits, seeds of plants. Water is absorbed by the plant roots. Along with water, minerals and fertilizers are also absorbed. Actually, this all things dissolve in water, and once it's dissolved in water, absorbed by the roots of the plant. Plant contains nearly 90% of water, right? As our body also contains more amount of water, plant body also contains majority portion, we can say that, right? 90%, right? Plant body contains water. Water is essential because germination of seeds does not takes place under dry condition, right? So what we can say that why irrigation is required, why supply of water to the crops is required. So the first essential thing is that germination of seed does not takes place, it is not possible only without water. No germination, no crops, right? So that is its first advantage. Second use of irrigation is that water protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. Okay, so in that hard time, what we can say, uh, water protects plant body. Okay, protect crops. Third advantage of water, that is to maintain the moisture of the soil for healthy crop growth. Fields have to be watered regularly. Okay, so these are the essential things because of which irrigation plays an important role. Now next, irrigation. What is irrigation? The answer is the supply of water to crops at different intervals is called irrigation. Means simply supplying water to the crops. That process is called irrigation. Time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, and season to season. Yes, it is obvious. All crops do not require same amount of water. Some crops require less water and some crops require more water and some crops require adequate amount of water, right? So it also depends on soil. Some soils are dry, so when they are dry you need to water them at regular interval, and some soils are containing humus, right, moisture. So that soil, what we can say that we need to supply less water to that soil. Same way season to season, it's obvious. Summer season, more evaporation process, more evaporation, water gets converted into water vapor, so you need to irrigate the field more oftenly. But if we talk about rainy season, then in rainy season you need to supply less amount of water. Already field is getting rain, right? So you need to do less irrigation. Okay, so season to season also irrigation method that changes. Okay, now sources of irrigation, which are in which way we irrigate the field, right? So the source from where we get the water actually to irrigate the field. So we get water from wells, we can also get water from tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. So these are the basic sources from where we get the water. Now irrigation or to irrigate the field, that can be done by two methods. One is traditional method of irrigation, two ways we can say that, traditional ways, right, and another one is modern method of irrigation. So traditional method of irrigation, in that you have to learn, that is the water available in wells, lakes, canals is lifted by different methods in different region for taking into the field. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods, so these methods are cheaper, right, because human labor is required, okay, or cattle labor is required, so that is easily affordable. So this method is cheaper but less efficient. The reason is why it is less efficient, you can see in this picture, right? When you water in this way, water the field in this way, then one thing you can easily understand, that one part of the field get more amount of water, and the another part of the field that is away from the well, right? What about that part of the field? That field will get less amount of water, and both the things actually not good for the field. More water is also not good for the field, right? More water, the soil becomes sticky, and no air, what we can say, that air in the field that comes out of the field, right? So no air is left inside the soil, so no air, what we can say, that seeds will not germinate. And when the crops get less amount of water, or the seeds gets less amount of water, again in that dry condition seeds will not germinate. So actually, to for proper germination or for proper growth of plant, right, adequate supply of water is required, okay. So what we can say, that this method is less efficient. Any traditional method we can say, then that is less efficient, okay. Which are these traditional ways of methods of irrigation? That is motte, also called pulley system, chain pump. Two more are there, that is Dhekli, and fourth one is Rahat. Rahat is also called lever system, okay. Now pumps are commonly used for lifting water. Diesel, biogas, electricity and solar energy is used to run this pumps. Okay, pumps can also be used to lift water, and that runs using diesel, biogas, electricity and solar energy. Okay. Now modern methods of irrigation, that includes sprinkler system, right? This system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available. How it is spread, how it works, that is the perpendicular pipes, as you can see in the picture, having rotating nozzles on top, are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crop as if it is raining. It gives raining effect to the crops. So drop by drop water, what we can say, that falls on each crop. So whole field will get same amount of water. Okay. So sprinkler is very useful for lawns, coffee plantation and several other crops. Now another modern method of irrigation, that is drip irrigation or drip system. What exactly is done in this system? That is, in this system the water falls drop by drop just at the position of the roots. So it is called the drip system. So drop by drop water directly fall on the root of the crops, right? It is best technique for watering fruits, fruit plants, gardens and trees. It saves huge amount of water. Okay, and it is very effective also. Loss of water through evaporation process, that can be saved by this method. The system provides water to the plants drop by drop. Water is not wasted at all. It is a boon in region where availability of water is poor. Boon means vardhan, right? Where water is less, or supply of water or availability of water is very less. There farmer can select this method, drip system, drop by drop supply water to the roots of the crop. Okay, thank you.